Good morning and welcome to Tuesday morning, the 28th of September. Today our devotion is entitled The Garden, and the suggested reading is Revelation chapter 22, verses 1 through 5. Revelation 22, verses 1 through 5, and our lead-in verse is verse 1 of that passage. Then the angel showed me the river of the water of life, as clear as crystal, flowing from the throne of God. The city has now been transformed into a garden city, with emphasis on the river, the tree of life, and the throne. Firstly, the river. Its crystal clear waters flowed out of the throne, the symbol of God's sovereign grace, and down the middle of the city's main street. Thus the water is available at all times to the thirsty. Secondly, the tree of life. John sees it growing on both banks of the river. Access to it had been forbidden after the fall, but now the prohibition has been lifted. Perhaps John sees only one tree on each side of the river, but I prefer the view of some commentators that, as already predicted in Ezekiel 47, many trees of life will be lining both riverbanks along its full length, making their fruit available to all. Think of Psalm 1. Thus the hungry may eat and the thirsty drink to their heart's content. Every month, fresh fruit will be available, while the leaves will be for the healing of the nations, indicating the widespread positive benefits that the gospel will bring to the Gentile world. John adds that there will be no more curse, another clear allusion to the Garden of Eden, where that curse was first given by God to Adam and Eve. Thirdly, John moves on from the river and the tree to the throne. Its centrality will be restored, as in Revelation 4 and 5, and the whole of life will be subservient to the rule of God. Moreover, his servants will worship him, and they will see his face, verse 4. God had told Moses plainly, "You cannot see my face, for no one may see me and live." Exodus 33:20. So all that human beings have seen so far is the glory of God, which has been defined as the outward shining of his inward being. We have seen his glory in the person and work of his incarnate Son. But one day, oh, glorious day that will be. But one day the veil will be lifted and we shall see him as he is. 1 John 3:2. Even face to face. 1 Corinthians 13:12. The beatific vision is an indispensable part of God's ultimate purpose for his people. The ultimate purpose of God for his people is that we know him fully. We walk and talk with him as Adam and Eve did in the garden, as friends. Right now, we cannot see his glory, for we are sinners. Even though we may be saved by his grace through Jesus Christ, we are still living in a fallen, cursed world. We are still part of that in our flesh, and oftentimes in our spirit as well. We just cannot. But God's plan is that there will be that day when all is washed away. We like to talk about all of the tears and the pain and the sorrow being washed away, being put away. What we need to understand is all of that is connected to sin in this world. Our tears are caused by the effects of sin. Our pain is caused by the effects of the curse. Someday that will all be removed because we shall be fully saved. The old gone, the new now totally come and given to us. And then God will be able to allow us to see him face to face. I can't even imagine it. Can't even explain it fully, other than I know his word talks about it and he promises it. That's how great his love is for us. That all that he is doing is to bring us back into that relationship with him that Adam and Eve once had before the fall, before they chose to sin. And all that unrighteousness will be gone, will be destroyed even from within us. Oh, what a day. Can't wait. Can't wait. But as Paul would say, it's better for you that we stay now because there's work to be done. Between now and then, there is always work to be done. Blessings to you today. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and we will shout the victory. Blessings to you today.